Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about what to do before moving to Fresno, California. If you're thinking about moving to Fresno, California, then this is the video to watch, so stay tuned. Hello, I'm Joe Parks, your local realtor, and this channel is designed specifically to tell you all about Fresno as it pertains to your living needs. You can subscribe to this channel by clicking below, and you can also click the bell to be notified when there's new content. So when we're talking about moving to Fresno, I think the first thing you need to bring up is weather. And I think that's true for me of any place that I'd want to move to. So let's talk about the weather in Fresno. You're definitely going to get all the seasons of the year. And that's important because I know that when I graduated from college, I moved to San Diego for a little while. And one of the complaints from San Diego, even though it's beautiful weather, some people are complaining that there's no seasons. Well, you definitely get all the seasons in Fresno. So you are going to get the winter. We have the winter here, and it gets pretty cold. You'll wear a jacket. You're not going to see snow here in town, but it does get cold. The next season is going to be spring and leading into summer. So in the spring, we do get some rain. We don't get a ton of rain in Fresno, so it just depends from year to year. Most years we don't get a whole lot of rain, but in the spring season will be when you see most of that rain. Then as we get into the summer months, June, July, August, you're probably not going to see any rain at all. As a matter of fact, that's when it gets pretty hot. That's the biggest thing you need to know about Fresno. It does get hot. So if you're one of those people that's sensitive to the heat, a lot of sun, then Fresno's not the place for you. But us Fresnans, we love it because if you're like me, you like barbecue, and I can barbecue anytime during the summer. The mornings are pretty cool, relatively cool, and then it gets a little warmer as you get towards noon. And I would say the hottest part of the year is probably, or hottest part of the day, it's probably going to be your 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, right in there. Between 4 and 6, it's probably the hottest time of the day. So that's, you're getting off work in most cases. That's when you're going to go in and have your beer, or you're going to go in and have your cool beverage, or you're inside most of the time. And then the temperature starts to even out or taper off as you get into the later evening. So that's the weather in Fresno. And you may ask, I would, how hot does it get? Well, we get into the triple digits when you get around August. So we have the good news is there's a lot of water activities here. We have the, beaches that are within, I would say, 2 hours, 2.5 hours away. Very short drive. It goes by before you even know it. We also have several lakes that are close by, and we have the San Joaquin River. So you have some activities there to cool off and enjoy the summer. So as a veteran, serving in our country's military, I feel like I can live anywhere. I've gotten a chance to live in different places around the country, out of the country. Obviously, I haven't lived in every single state, but I've got a chance to check out the different weathers and things that some of the other states offer. And we have, first of all, the United States, our whole country is awesome. But when we talk about California, it's just, I like California because I love the weather. I'm not really a person that wants to live in the snow. And so I'm speaking to those of you that don't really want to live in the snow. You just want to play in the snow. Well, you definitely can do that here in California. And so when we talk about location, and you're talking about California, Fresno's great because we're right in the middle of the state. And so what's great about that is that we have access to Yosemite. So we have people coming from other countries, Japan and so forth, just to visit Yosemite. What's right in our backyard, so you have a chance to see Yosemite. But then you can turn around the very next weekend and head out to Newport Beach. You can be in Newport Beach the very next weekend. Then the following weekend, you're up in the bay, up in the coast. So we're surrounded by all these different, definitely a change of scenery all around us. And then you have the hiking, lots of hiking around. We have lots of places where you can go, and you want to go biking along the coast. That's all accessible in Fresno. So we have all these access to all these great areas, but then the cost of living is so much more affordable here in Fresno. Let's talk about cost of living. So the cost of living index is 60% less than other parts of the state. And that's huge because Fresno's like the 5th largest city in the state, with a population count of about 500,000 in the main metropolitan area. But then the whole county, you're looking at about 1 million people. And that's amazing to me because with an average income of about 45,000 to 50,000, you can live pretty comfortable here in Fresno. Now in the larger cities, you're going to need 3 times that amount. So, well over 6 figures in order just to live comfortably or just to make ends meet. But here in Fresno, you're living pretty comfortable. So let's translate that into housing. So here in Fresno, Well, let's talk about those larger cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles. To live in those areas, those larger cities, you're looking at, I mean, for 500,000, you might be able to get something that's decent, maybe. But that same 500,000 in Fresno, well, the average home is about 285,000. So we're talking about a home of 500,000. You're looking at a really nice neighborhood with a good lot size here in Fresno for that same money that you could barely get anything decent in some of the larger cities, like I said, Fresno, Los Angeles, or San Francisco area. Now schools in the area are great. We have great elementary schools, high schools, secondary schools, and even you can continue. We have ability to continue on studying at the university level. And as a matter of fact, when it comes to the high school, the students are scoring 18% higher than in other parts of the state. So when it comes to the school part, if you'd like to know more about that, the education-specific schools themselves and what they offer there, feel free to reach out to me. You can DM me down below. For today, that's pretty much all that I have as far as the 5 top things you want to consider when coming to Fresno. I want to thank you all for watching, and hope to catch you on the next one. Don't forget to click the button down below, because that'll allow you to be notified when we have new content, which will be coming soon.